So you've reached the final module of our class, or yeah, in entrepreneurial mind. So the ethical business, balancing profit and purpose. So sometimes when we reach the success or the growth of our business, minsan kapag na-reach na natin, marami na tayong profit, minsan nakakalimutan na nating magpakatao. Kaya nga may mga partnership or may mga businesses na nag-fail din because some of the managers or the operation managers forgot being or forgot their moral principles. Ayan. Or yung pagiging mabuting tao. Ayan. Dahil they are into money. Ayan. So, ganun din sa sa government natin, 'di ba? Kaya nga may mga nawawalan because of the money. Masyado silang nabubulag doon sa pera na nahawakan nila or doon sa pera na meron sa kanila, hindi naman sa kanila, yung mga ganyan. Ganon din sa business. Kaya minsan may mga may nabubuwag. Or, hindi na ibibigay yung tama para dun sa mga employee. Why? Because, some people choose not to do good. Okay? So, in this topic, we will be discussing about ano ba dapat yung duties natin as a future entrepreneur and as a future managers in the hospitality industry. So, what are the core ethical principle of being a human, being a manager, or being an entrepreneur? First one is being a transparency and honesty. So, alalahanin natin na magkasama to. Hindi porket, sabi ko nga kanina at dun sa ibang klase ko, I asked them what is the difference between honesty or what is honesty and transparency, honesty and transparency. Sabi nila kanina, honesty is being a loyal. So, hindi porket loyal sa'yo yung isang tao ay honest siya sa'yo. Ayan. So, hindi porket nag-i-stay yung isang tao sa'yo ay loyal, ay honest sa'yo. Meron din yung niloloko ka pero nag-i-stay siya sa'yo. So, medyo magkaiba yon. So, medyo magkaiba ang pagiging loyal sa pagiging honest. Now, when we say transparency and honesty is proper and open communication. Pag sinabi niyang transparency is kailangan sabihin lahat. Ultimo, yung in and out of the money, the in and out or the process of our business is kailangan natin transparent, nakapakita black and white, and it can be audited just in case may audit tayo, meron tayo may papakita. Okay? In all the stakeholders, pag sinabi niya man yung stakeholders, is all about the members of the organization. Now, the accountability. So, being or taking responsibility for the decisions and consequences of your actions or of your decisions. Whether you take the risk, ayan, doon sa business natin. So, you must take responsibility. Okay? So, we must be honest enough na kailangan natin, just in case na kayo yung magti-take ng blame or kayo yung mag-face ng consequences, you must be true to what happened. Ayan. So, next one is non-discrimination. So, equity in hiring, whether it is a woman, man, gay, ayan, or LGBTQIA+++. Ayan. So, whether tawag dito, hindi naman masyadong physical yung trabaho, ay meron siyang kabansanan. So, kailangan fair and just. So, in terms of promotion and access, ayan, so, hindi porket hindi mo siya gusto or let's say sabihin natin hindi siya masyadong kagandahan, yung mga ganyan, hindi na natin siya promote. So, we must fair in terms of giving rewards, also in giving reprimands or giving sanctions. Ayan, so hindi porket friend natin yung isang tao ay tawag dito, i um, i hindi na siya, ayan, hindi na siya bibigyan ng sanctions. Ayan, also respect for law. So alalahanin natin that laws in the land, the law in the Bible is the reason why we are here, or yun yung step by step procedure natin kung ano yung ways on how do we live. Ayan. So, 'di ba? Ganun din sa sa operations natin or din sa business natin. Kaya meron tayong rules and regulations. Ayan, we have the guidelines of operations para maging basis natin on how kung paano tayo magtrabaho sa isang establishments. So next one is the responsibility. So it is our responsibilities it is our responsibility to help our environment, to also being a human to other people. Ayan. So, when we say responsibilities by giving the truth and honest services, ayan, the quality services na binibigay natin, na dapat ibigay natin sa mga clients natin, ganun din, that honest feedback na kailangan nating ibigay doon sa mga empleyado natin. Okay, another one is data integrity by privacy protection and misinformation prevention. Kaya nga sabi nga nila, one of the cause of do you call that, the conflict is that yung chismis or by spreading fake news, yung mga ganyan. So, when we say data integrity is that we must possess, lalo na sa industry natin, yung privacy protection of each and every one of us. So, hindi porket nakita mo si ganito na iba na naman yung kasama niya ng check-in doon sa pinagtatrabahuan nating hotel, ay kailangan na nating tawag dito, kailangan na nating i-chismis sa iba. Ayan, yung kanyang actions. Okay. So, we have here the framework and concepts of course, the ethical. Okay. So, we have the corporate governance. So, meaning clear rules and reporting to ethical decision making. Okay, another one, the stakeholders theory, meaning considering all the affected parties, not just the shareholders, but also the affected parties. Sabihin na lang natin, when we say affected parties is pati yung mga employee natin, pati na din yung mga clients natin. Ayan. So, hindi porket when we are dealing with, pag sinabi niyang ethical is that, for example, yung pagtataas or pag-change ng prices sa mga products natin. So, we must see to it na kailangan fair and just doon sa tawag dito, doon sa mga services na ino-offer natin, doon sa mga product na ino-offer natin. Kailangan naman na tumaas nga yung natin, tumataas nga yung prices or price ng bilihin natin or nung product natin, pero hindi naman nag-a-upgrade yung services and products na ino-offer natin. So, mali na naman yon. So, another one is the CSR or ESG, the social responsibility and environmental factors in strategy and ethical leadership, meaning leaders modeling and enforcing ethical behavior. So, alalahanin natin, when we are a leader, we must be professional enough. So, kailangan, when we are a leader is, pag sinabi nating bawal, ganun din dapat sa sarili natin. Right? So, dapat maging model tayo. Ayan. So, that is one way or ways or the concepts of ethical in entrepreneurship. So, common ethical issues. Ano ba yung mga common ethical issues na nakikita natin or nararanasan natin? Number one, conflict of interest. So, pag sinabi niyang conflict of interest, for example, is, tawag dito, ikaw yung manager. Tapos, yung best friend mo nakagawa ng mali. Ayan, or laging late. So according to your rules, ayan, so kapag may mga late siya is kailangan nang i-forward dun sa HR and then magkaroon ng sanction, yung mga ganyan. Pero dahil dahil sa friend mo siya, so pinagbibigyan mo siya at pinagbibigyan. So that is one example of ethical issues. Ayan, conflict of interest. Ayan. Or sometimes, yung mga clients natin, dahil kamag-anak natin, nag-smoke, for example, and non-smoking yung area. So, instead na magbayad siya ng fines, anong ginawa natin? Sige, okay na yun. Or kinover up mo pa siya. Yan. Another misinterpretation, misrepresentation, and fraud. Same with the deception in advertising. So let's say for example, a hotel advertise a very nice venue for events, very nice, basta ang ganda nung sa representation doon sa doon sa businesses niya. Ngayon, upon checking in, anong nangyari? Medyo sira-sira yung mga yung mga upuan and all, may mga hindi masyadong maganda. So that is considered as fraud. Right? So hindi na yun akma doon sa advertisement natin. Another is data privacy breaches. Okay, yung hindi porket kapitbahay natin ay may karapatan na tayong ikwento yung buhay niya. Unfair labor practices. Ayan, doon sa industry dito sa industry natin, medyo talamak ito. Bakit? Kasi may mga OT or lalo na yung mga night differences. 'Di ba? So, pag sinabi natin night differences, meron pa kasing bayad yung isang empleyado pag once na nagtrabaho siya ng 10 o'clock p.m. to 4 a.m. Ayan, so meron siyang additional compensation doon. So minsan hindi na ibibigay. So that is one common ethical issues. Also, environmental impact, bribery, and corruption. Sige, wag ka nang magsalita. Yung mga ganyan. Okay na to. Or yung mga nag-a-add or dahil crush mo yung yung isang guest, dinagdagan mo yung stake niya, yung mga ganyan. Ano pa? Intellectual property theft. Pag sinabi niyang intellectual property theft is using someone's intellectual property owned. So for example, yung mga nagpatayo ka ng restaurant, for example, tapos ginamit mo yung logo ni Jollibee or ginamit mo yung logo ni McDo, yung mga ganyan. Those are ethical issues. Okay. So, ethical decision-making guidelines. So, first one is to identify the stakeholders. So, who are you working with? Sino nga ba yung nagtatrabaho? The reasons why you are working. Ano nga ba yung rason? So, assess the potential harms or benefits of each. So, ano nga ba yung reason? Ano nga ba yung mga possibilities or possible harms dun sa mga clients ko? Ano nga ba yung mga possible harms sa mga suppliers natin, possible harms and benefits to our employees, and so on and so forth. The second one is gathering facts. So for example, doon sa empleyado natin, ayan, may nagreklamo na na isang guest natin. So we must identify kung what happened. Ano nga ba yung totoong nangyari? Third one is to consider alternatives. So for example, yung isang clients natin nagreklamo siya, bakit? Kasi ang tagal nung in-order niyang bulalo. So what will we do? So ngayon, ibigay natin yung additional, yung yung order niyang bulalo, and then mag-add ka ng pakonsuelo man lang, magbigay ka ng dessert, magbigay ka ng free drinks or whatever. Now, fourth one is the consult perspective. So, engage ethic officers. So, ask your supervisors, ask your managers kung tama ba, na possible ba na pwedeng bigyan to ng pakonsuelo. Ayan, bakit? Kasi nagrereklamo. Next, and the fifth one is document and monitor. So, in everything na nangyari, negative man yan, positive feedback man yan, or negative feedback man yan, kailangan nating i-document. in order for us to give proper feedback doon sa employees natin. So, in that, okay, so as a leader, it is very much important for us to speak up. Ayan, kailangan, tawag dito, kailangan nating alamin yung katotohanan. Sabihin natin yung totoong nangyayari. Give the proper feedback to your employees. Now, when you are asking or investigating something, ayan, so just in case may nagsumbong sa'yo, ayan, nagbigay ng concern, ayan, protect your other employees. Hindi pwede na, bakit sinabi ni Ann na ganito ka daw, yung mga ganyan, late ka daw, sabi ni Ann, yung mga ganyan. So, protect the whistleblowers, investigate further, get gather evidences, and then align incentives. So, give reward as much as possible, and then give sanctions kung negative naman yung ginagawa niya. So, and then integrate ethics. So, embed into strategy, risk, and performance metrics. So, how can we measure and report ethics? So, first one is, okay, so key actions, establish measurable targets for responsible practices. Just in case may mga possibilities na pwedeng palitan dun sa rules and regulations natin, palitan. So, publish ethics and sustainability reports and utilize third-party verification. Or meaning, ito yung kailangan black and white, kailangan pirmahan. Tawag dito, isama natin dun sa agreement or dun sa contract ng mga employees natin. And also, dun sa mga dapat aware yung mga clients natin that we have those such things as duties and responsibilities as a guest. Okay? So, tools use as a tools for improvement. Okay, conduct regular audits and risk assessment. Also, implement comprehensive training programs and continuously improve ethical standards. At the same time, kailangan pag-aralan natin ng maayos yung feedback. Ayan, feedback from our clients, and rather, bigyan natin or gawin natin regularly yung tinatawag nating monitoring tools. Ayan, gumamit tayo ng monitoring tools in order for us to give proper feedback doon sa mga employees natin. Now, as a social entrepreneur, it is very much important for us to generate positive social, environmental impact while earning revenue. So we must protect our environment, we must protect and save energy while gaining profits. At the same time, we must put doon sa guidelines natin on how we can also protect our other people. Ayan, yung mga employees natin, yung mga clients natin. So, sustainability of the business. Ayan. So, how can we maintain the growth and the success of our business? Of course, the environmental stewardship, reduce waste, emission, and resource use. So, use possible or yung mga environmental friendly na mga tools and equipments. Ayan. So, social responsibility, we must do fair labor, community engagement, and diversity and economy viability. Meaning, any profitable models, mindful of externalities and trust. So, hindi porket basta basta meron lang pumapasok na profit sa atin. So, kailangan alagaan yung mga tao na nagtatrabaho sa atin. At the same time, we must, of course, sustain our environment because basically as a future entrepreneur, future restaurateur, future owners of the businesses, hospitality man yan or whatever it is, lalo na sa hospitality industry, we are depending on our nature. 'Diba? Doon sa lupa na pinagpapatayuan natin ng mga business natin, ng mga tawag dito, yung mga tools, yung mga ingredients natin. So it is from our environment. So we must sustain that, we must maintain that, and we must also help our government in maintaining those. Okay, so in the hospitality and tourism sectors, we must, save energy and water. So, sustainable procurement, meaning we need to procure or kailangan nating kumuha ng mga suppliers natin locally. Ayan. And of course, iwasan natin yung food waste or food waste reduction. Okay? So, destination stewardship, protecting cultural assets, and community support. So we must support or we must help also our locals kung saan natin pinatayo yung businesses natin. And by sustaining sustainable practices and service excellence, we must train our employees. Lalo na sa industry natin, we are a fast-paced industry, we are a skill-based industry. So skills is very much important, as well as knowledge itself is important in our establishment or in our industry. So kailangan nating maging skillful. Kaya nga yung nabanggit ko na for example, ngayong second semester nyo, mag-i-start na kayo ng mga skilled subjects ninyo. So you must practice, you must know the basics para ma-reduce natin yung energy ninyo, para ma-reduce natin yung mga waste natin, right? So instead of hiring and doing training and such, 'di ba? So kailangan nating maging skillful tayo mismo na mga empleyado. Okay? Para hindi tayo mapalitan ng mga robots. Kasi that is one of the challenge in our industry, 'di ba? Na baka mamaya sa hindi na malamang kadahilanan, hindi natin masabi na dahil sa masyado tayong masipag, kaya tayo mapapalitan ng mga robots. Or sabihin natin, 'di ba? Lalo na ngayong panahon, we are into AI, robots, yung mga ganyan. So, wag natin hayaan. And those are the challenges that we are now facing in our industry. So, I think that's the end of our discussion. Thank you very much, guys, for listening in our discussions. Ayan. So, just a reminder, next week will be the schedule of your examination. So, thank you very much, guys, for listening, and mabuhay.